Welcome to another episode of Mike's Expat Kitchen. Today we're going to cook stuffed bell peppers, or Gefüllte Paprika in German. A dish that is surprisingly easy to make, and it doesn't take long either. It's probably 10 minutes of prep time and 35 minutes of cooking time. Stuffed bell peppers. In German you say Gefüllte Paprika. Paprika, you say? Isn't that spice that comes as a powder and it's pronounced paprika? That's right, the German word for bell pepper is paprika, with the stress on the first syllable, paprika. Just like the powder, which is also called paprika. So if you entered a store and said you wanted paprika, the clerk probably wouldn't know whether you wanted the powder or the bell pepper. So if you wanted the powder and not the bell pepper, you'd probably say, Ich möchte Paprikapulver. But I digress. For the stuffed bell peppers, we need to cut off the top of the bell pepper. We can use yellow ones or red ones. These are the mildest variety. Some people use green ones. I don't like those that much. So orange, yellow, or red is my preference. Once the top is off, we need to carve out these white parts while keeping the rest of the structure intact. And the same applies to the top part. So we're going to carve a giant hole into that lid, but it'll still fit on the top of the bell pepper. And later seal off the stuffing from the outside nicely. Continue that for all of the bell peppers that you want to cook, and then put some salt and some lemon juice onto them. I'm going to cook 3 medium-sized bell peppers today. If you want more or less, you need to adjust the ingredients accordingly. For the stuffing, you can use either ground beef or ground pork. I personally prefer pork because it has more flavor. Also, Trader Joe's has a great deal on a pound of ground pork that you can keep in the fridge until you need it. Also, on top of the ground pork, some bacon greatly enhances the flavor. This uncured apple smoked bacon from Trader Joe's is an excellent choice. Then let's dice a medium-sized onion. Red or white doesn't really matter. It's just that I had a red one lying around. And then finally, about half a cup of parsley. Cut that up and add it to the mix. Season with salt and pepper to taste and give it a good stir. You can do it by hand. I have this dough hook, which I really like for making bread. That does a good job without getting your hands dirty. One final ingredient, which is kind of optional, but I think it greatly enhances the texture of the stuffing, is rice. Bring a pot of water to a boil and add about half a cup of rice. I have the Jasmine rice here. Any white rice will do. If you want to use whole grain rice, you need to cook it longer. The white rice, you only need to boil for about 15 seconds and then immediately drain it. Yep, that's it. Put it through the strainer and add it back to the mix and give the whole stuffing a good stir. Just use your hand because you need to divide the stuffing into 3 equal parts, the number of bell peppers you have available, and then stuff them individually. Press down the mixture into the bell peppers a little bit, not too much, just so that you fit a good amount and that the lid still fits on top. Use up all the mix on the number of bell peppers that you have available. Now, to make sure that our beautifully constructed bell peppers don't fall apart while we're putting it in the pan and twisting them around, I use some butcher's twine and make a knot so that the top stays connected to the bottom of the bell pepper. Now heat up some cooking oil in a pan that you have a lid for, and then saute the bell peppers from all sides. Just brown those bell peppers a little bit. That'll improve the flavor. Use a pair of tongs to carefully flip them on their sides and rotate them so that they get a nice brown crust on all of the sides. That'll take about 2 to 3 minutes, and once that is done, put about a cup of water into the pan. The amount depends on the size of your pan. The bell pepper should be swimming in about half an inch of water. Put the lid on and bring the water to a boil and let it cook for about 15 minutes at medium heat. After this time, put in 4 tablespoons of tomato paste and give it a good stir. Let that steam for another 10 minutes and then season with salt and pepper to make sure it's seasoned right. Also add about 4 tablespoons of sour cream and mix that up thoroughly So far, we've steamed the bell peppers 25 minutes. We need another 10 minutes for the pork to be all well done. And we are ready. Total cooking time was 35 minutes. And now we can plate those bell peppers and remove those strings and add some sauce. They're a great dish by themselves. You don't really need anything beyond that because it already contains rice. Maybe some salad on the side would be nice. But other than that, I would recommend a glass of Cabernet Sauvignon to serve them with. Or if you want something less bold, a Pinot Noir would be nice. Guten Appetit! If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you subscribe, you'll be notified for new upcoming recipes in this channel.